guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here to actually do a collab with Kailee Wesley. She is an amazing young lady. We kind of connected more through YouTube. I was commenting a little on her videos and actually started talking to her on Instagram, and we found that we have a lot of palettes in common and really some common interests. And we decided we want to do a palette bingo with the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. Of course, I'm dropping everything in style. So this is the palette that we did choose. And we are going to randomly select 5 shades and do a look with it. So we're going to start off with that. And once I start with the look, I will talk a little bit about her. So you can see that I have 1 through 20 on here. And the first number that it chose is number 5. And number 5 in this palette would be this shade right here, Oceanfront. That looks like a very pretty color. So that is a swatch of it right there. Then the next shade that we are going to generate is number 15. So number 15 would be 4, 8, 12. This shade right here, Surf. We'll see what that looks like. So when you swatch that, that comes off as like a bluish type shimmer. It is a pretty shade, but it does not look that pigmented. I don't know. We'll see about that one. Then the next shade that we are going to generate is number 1, which is this pretty color called Flamingos right here. So we will swatch that. Oh, that is a very pretty color. Okay. Then the next shade is number 6. I'm having a hard time with this glare, so I'm sorry about that, guys. So number 6 would be called Donut, which is the shade right here. So let's get a clean finger. Oh, that's a pretty color. That is what that looks like. That is very, very pretty. And the last shade that we are going to generate is, it came up with number 5, which we already have that one. So we'll do another one, which is number 19. 19 is this second to last shade here. It's called Sandals. I've never worked with this shade, so we'll see. Actually, I may have once. Okay, that's another very pretty shade, but we'll see how I can work that into the actual look. Of course, in my style too, I didn't bring wipes, so we'll deal with that. So I am going to start with my Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. I can't talk apparently today. I've been up extra early. I woke up at 5 o'clock instead of usually like my 6:30 in the morning. So I'm a little tired. So I'm just going to prime my eyes fast. So to give you guys a little insight about Kailee, her channel, she does a lot of collabs with different individuals, and she just really has a good time. You can tell she enjoys filming for YouTube. But also, she does a lot of panning. She seems to really be on a journey to not so much necessarily minimize her makeup completely, but have it more manageable, which it's a great thing to actually think of doing because some of us do consume a lot of makeup we don't even use a lot. And she's just very thoughtful in that manner. She has, I've been going through some. So I'm going to start with that first shade, Oceanfront. I've been going through a little bit of a hard time with my panning experience in ways of I keep getting in ruts. She's been helping me through them and actually figure out things that might work for me better, which it's a very hard thing to do. So it's great to have a friend who understands that, who we can talk about it and we're not afraid to. We're both, I think, pretty much in the same place in ways of how we feel about our makeup. And, it's not everyone can find that connection because it is hard to figure out what exactly you want to do with your makeup, how you feel about it, and, there's a lot to it. You don't just put stuff down and then, think, oh, I'm going to use it in 10 years. And I think we're both kind of in that mindset of let's use our makeup actually. But I've not been using it a lot lately. She's a really good friend. I've been spending some time talking with her, really, understanding her and what her life is about. She is just so wonderful. And, it's great to have friends like that. I never thought I would have good friends like her. Or another great one is Debbie or Anya Stamper. It's just, YouTube can be a wonderful thing if you utilize it right. And I think people don't think about that necessarily. And then I think the next color I am going to go into is, let's see, was it Sunbathe? I'm going to go into Flamingo here. I'm going to run that more on my outer corner and a little bit up into my crease. So, I think a lot of people take things for granted, having great friends, but meeting them on YouTube is just, it can be wonderful. And I really enjoy her channel. She does a lot of panning. She does so many different things. She does friend mail. She does just a variety of things. A lot of collabs. A lot of different content. And it's hard to find a true panning channel that isn't only panning. A lot of it's, I'm going to do only panning, and then it starts becoming, okay, you're only panning. It seems like nothing new, but she always has a way of changing it up, and that really inspires me because I have a hard time watching only panning channels too, because it seems like I'm watching the same thing over and over with just different products, and I don't have anything against it, but it can get tiring and old fast. So it's really nice to see that mix that we see in her channel, truly. Okay, then the next shade I think I'm going to go into is this one over here called Sandals, to help deepen it up some more. That is very pretty, I will say that, what I have created. But So, definitely don't forget to go check her out. Have a good time, talk with her, show her some love. Sometimes a smaller YouTube channels, we don't get a lot of that, but we prefer to have less people, but it's more personal for us. We're having a good time doing it. It's not a job necessarily. It's go have a good time, put on makeup, have a good time, and just enjoy ourselves. And I think that's a lot of what we forget to do on YouTube. At least some people do. I was struggling for a while with it too. But now I'm kind of at the point of I'm just going to limit my uploads, and that's going to help me. But some people, you can see they're not necessarily enjoying it, and it's not, them not enjoying it because they don't like what they're doing. Maybe they have to readjust something. For me, it was readjusting how often I was uploading, I will have a heavy upload schedule probably for the next week or two, and then I'm going to be cutting mine down personally. Not because I want to, it's because I need to. I need to have time with my daughter. I need to, have me time, have family time. I cherish that. And if I don't have that, I'm not happy. So there's no point in me not having that and doing that to myself. So I did use Oceanfront on my crease. Then Flamingo and Sandals already. So what I think I'm going to do is on my lid, I'm going to put Donut. And then more towards the inner corner, I'm going to do Surf. So, I think it's just important that we remember who we are as we're going through this journey on here. A lot of people, I think, lose it. So, I'm going to keep quiet so I can concentrate on this because now I'm just babbling, apparently. So, I'm just going to take some NYX glitter glue. Well, glitter primer, whatever you want to call it. Just to help it. And then I think we are first going to go in with Donut. Like, I'm going to grab my setting spray for this because usually I like using these wet if I can, if I need to. So, yes, I don't even need this wet. That is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I have not used this palette enough. This is why I put it in my Shop My Stash this week for the next 2 weeks. But I'm almost at the point of I just want to use it all the time because it is so beautiful. And I think a lot of people don't realize that about this palette. They don't necessarily see all the pigment that comes off of it because I've heard a lot of people trying to say, oh, it's not that pigmented, but did you use a glitter glue? Did you use a base? Because I don't have any problems with it personally. And then, now there are certain colors though that are a little bit more of duds in here, I will admit that. Then I'm going to go in with Surf, more towards the inner. Just to keep it a little bit lighter. Oh, that is pretty look. This is a look I would not have regularly been inspired to do either. This is a reason why I love doing these palette bingos. they inspire me to do different things than I would have normally done. They help, pull me out of my comfort zone. And that's a big thing I'm learning on here. Don't be afraid now. Because I feel like a lot of us are afraid to try something new. And it's not a bad thing to do. Okay. I just want to even that out a little bit with this corner. And then I'm just going to take this and just to transition this a little bit better. Make it a little bit more seamless. I went way too high up here. Oh well. At least for my liking usually. I'll just even it out, that's all. And then go up more. So to give you guys also an idea of why I've been having a hard time uploading, part of the reason is we have next door people that are going to be building a house, but we have a logging company who is taking down the trees so that they can put in the house. Well, it's making so much noise, they're getting unpredictable about when they're coming and going. So it's kind of like I'm having to film in between and just hope that they don't come in the middle of a video, which that can be a little hard because you just don't know what's going to happen. That is very pretty. I feel like that's a little too high up. I'm going to take a wipe and clean up the top part of that because I don't like that whatsoever. I just feel like it's way too high. Then again, I'm one of those, I don't like bringing it too high. I just think it looks weird on me. So I'm just going to fix that a little. Okay, that looks a lot better to me, at least. Okay. And then we are going to do the under eyes. I'm not going to do foundation today, only because of the fact of it's going to be very hot and humid. I'm going to sweat it off. It's going to get nasty, so I just want to keep it simple today because later I do have to pick up my daughter from the school bus. So I don't want to look like a true hot mess when I go down there. So I am going to start off by taking this shade Oceanfront on my lower lash line. I'm going to use it. Okay. And then I think the next shade I'm going to use, I feel like I got. Okay. Then I think I'm going to use this shade Flamingo right underneath as well. Just very lightly. Then I'm going to use sandals on the very, very outside of that, just to deepen it a tiny bit. And the last color I am going to go in with is this color over here, Donut. I am going to just pop it more in the inner side, right here, just to give it a pop effect. I don't know that I truly like that, but we'll deal with it. I'm going to bring over that sandals more because I don't like how that goes over. Okay. And then, this looks crazy for me, but that's okay. That's why it's palette bingo. And then I am going to put on a lippy, which I think I'm going to use my Colored Rain lipstick. It's called May She Rain. And it's just a very neutral, pretty color. Ooh. I don't know if I like this color on me, but we are using it today. And I'm just going to clean up the edges. Yeah, I don't like this color, but we'll rock it today. And then I am going to get my mascara, which is behind me, which I'm going to use the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I am trying to finish this up, so hopefully soon. Okay. Let me check this in the mirror. I'm not used to a look like this, but I'm kind of liking it. What's throwing me off is the outside colors. But that's okay, that's how we learn. So this is my look that I came up with on the palette bingo. This is not something I would usually do, but it definitely did get me out of my comfort zone. So Kaylee, thank you so much for suggesting this kind of collab. I didn't know you had the Violet Voss palette until you said something after the last collab I did with it. So I really enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys later. Don't forget to check out her channel as well. I will have her linked down below. And everyone, have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!